From leaves to wings, a caterpillar's leap. Kip was a caterpillar with a peculiar problem. He lived on a lush milkweed plant, which he called home. The leaves were plentiful, the shade was perfect, and life was, in his opinion, just right. Every day, he crawled out to nibble on some leaves, wave at his fellow caterpillars, and bask in the sun. Life was comfortable, predictable, safe. But then came the whispers. "Kip, when are you going to spin your cocoon?" asked Tito, a plump caterpillar who had just finished breakfast. "Not today," Kip replied, stuffing another chunk of leaf into his mouth. "Cocoons are overrated. Who needs all that trouble? But everyone's doing it," Tito argued, pointing to the branches above. Kip glanced up and saw shimmering butterflies flitting gracefully through the air. Some even paused to wave their delicate wings in encouragement. Kip scowled. Sure, they look happy now. But do you know what they went through to get there? They had to stop eating. And then there's all that spinning and squeezing and metamorphosis. No, thank you. One day, his best friend Lila, who had just emerged as a butterfly, came back to visit. She hovered near him, radiant in her blue and gold wings. "Kip," she said, her voice warm and gentle, "you can't stay a caterpillar forever." "Why not?" Kip shot back. "I like my life. It's easy. No wings to worry about, no flying, no predators trying to snatch me mid-air. What's so bad about staying right here?" Lila sighed, her wings drooping. "Because you're missing out on what you're meant to be?" Kip snorted. "Meant to be? I'm meant to eat leaves, Lila. That's it. Flying is for show-offs." Lila didn't argue further. She gave him a sad smile and flew off, leaving Kip to his leaves and his thoughts. Days turned into weeks. More and more of Kip's friends spun their cocoons and emerged as butterflies. He saw them soaring above, laughing and exploring the vast world beyond the milkweed. Sometimes, he felt a pang of curiosity. But then he'd remind himself how cozy his little leaf was and dismiss the thought. Until one day, a storm rolled in. The wind howled, the rain pelted down, and Kip clung desperately to his leaf. The once comfortable home felt flimsy and exposed. As lightning cracked and the milkweed swayed, Kip realized that staying the same wasn't as safe as he had always believed. When the storm finally passed, Kip looked around. The leaves were battered, and his favorite perch was gone. He felt small, vulnerable. For the first time, he wondered if maybe, just maybe, Lila had been right. With a heavy sigh, Kip crawled to a sturdy branch. "All right," he muttered, "let's get this over with." Spinning the cocoon was harder than he expected. His muscles ached, and his patience wore thin. The stillness inside was unbearable, and he second-guessed his decision every minute. "What if I come out all wrong?" he thought. "What if I'm worse off than before?" But slowly, something began to change. The discomfort gave way to a strange, exhilarating transformation. He could feel his body reshaping, his wings forming, his perspective shifting. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the cocoon split open. Kip wriggled out, his new wings wet and crumpled. He sat there, uncertain and vulnerable, as the sun warmed him. And then, it happened. He stretched his wings. They caught the light, revealing intricate patterns of green and gold. Tentatively, Kip flapped them. He lifted off the branch, wobbled a bit, and then soared into the sky. The world below looked entirely different now. The milkweed plant, which once seemed so big, was just a small part of a vast, beautiful landscape. Lila appeared beside him, her wings sparkling. "You did it, Kip." Kip laughed, the sound ringing with joy and relief. Why didn't anyone tell me it would feel this amazing? We tried, Lila teased. As Kip soared higher, he noticed something remarkable. The wind that once seemed so cruel during the storm now felt like a friend, guiding him gently through the sky. He could ride it, glide with it, and even play against it. What had once terrified him was now part of his freedom. On one of his flights, Kip spotted a young caterpillar trembling on a battered leaf, just as he had once done. The little caterpillar looked up at him with wide, fearful eyes. "Who are you?" the caterpillar asked. "I'm Kip," he said, landing gracefully beside her. "You look like the others who left," the caterpillar murmured. "They said I should spin a cocoon, but I'm too scared." Kip smiled, his wings shimmering in the sunlight. "I used to feel the same way. I thought it was safer to stay where I was. But you know what I learned?" The caterpillar tilted her head. "What?" "Sometimes, the things that scare us the most hold the greatest treasures. I thought I would lose everything if I changed, but instead, I gained the whole sky." The little caterpillar gazed up at him, her tiny eyes sparkling with wonder. "Do you think I can do it too?" "I know you can," Kip said gently. "And when you do, you'll see how beautiful the world can be when you're ready to spread your wings." As Kip took off again, the little caterpillar watched him, her fear slowly giving way to a glimmer of hope. From that day on, Kip embraced his new life as a butterfly. He flew to places he'd never dreamed of, faced challenges he never thought he could handle, and discovered a freedom he never knew he craved. The lesson Kip learned stayed with him forever. Staying in your comfort zone may feel good, but true greatness comes from taking the leap, enduring the struggle, and spreading your wings.